Hey, what's up, everybody? Nick Push here. Welcome to my October 2021 Michael Myers ranking video. Do this every once in a while, especially now after we get new movies. Obviously, we have Halloween Kills that debuted a couple weeks ago, so that shuffled up the rankings a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to be ranking my portrayals of Michael Myers. However, it's going to be a little bit different maybe than some of the ranking videos you see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rank the Myers in each movie from worst up until best. And what I mean by each movie is any actor that's played Myers twice will be ranked twice based on that movie. So there's going to be two George Wilburs, two James Jude Courtneys, two Tyler Maines, things like that. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all factors of Myers into account. Things like, how they were played, little movements, how they looked in the mask. I'm not going to do a mask ranking in this video because I'm going to make a separate video on just the masks, but they will be a little bit of a factor. And then little things like how they were lit and how the director used them, things like that. So before we get into that, we're going to get right into this, but before we get into that, I want you to comment down below. Tell me your top Myers performances. You can rank them from worst to best. You can tell me your top couple, your top one, however you want to do it. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions, so I appreciate it. And if you like videos like this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Really helps out the channel. So let's get into it. We have 11 Halloween movies that include Michael Myers. So there's going to be 11 different rankings here, and we're going to start at number 11. And number 11 is going to be the Myers from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, played by Tyler Mane. Look, guys, this is barely fucking Michael Myers, okay? He wears a mask that's half ripped off. He's wandering around the Earth, I guess, or at least around the Midwest, or the state of Illinois, for a year or whatever, in a hoodie, in a zip-up, and then he gets close to Halloween, he sees a white horse and Sheridan zombie and starts putting on the mask and killing again. The mask, the half a mask. Like, I don't hate the part where, the mask, he puts it on before he kills. I don't hate that part, but it's not good. I do like the hospital scene. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. He's brutal in that. I do like the scene where he kills Danielle Harris's character. And I more like Brackett's reaction to that. But other than that, this is barely Michael Myers. It's Michael Myers in name only. So he's last. Coming in at number 10 is going to be the Myers from Halloween 5, played by Don Shanks. This Myers fucking cries. That makes me want to fucking cry. I mean, that's probably the worst of it, but he also is floating down a fucking river. He's also sitting in jail playing with his chains next to a water fountain. He's also talking to Loomis holding the knife like this, like some fucking weird half robot. He's also ducking under the fucking closet and deciding not to kill Rachel. What? Awful. Awful. I'm not blaming Shanks. Maybe I'll blame him a little bit. I mostly blame the director, our friend Dominique. But this was not a good portrayal of Myers. Myers was not used well in this movie. Everything I just mentioned, god fucking awful. He's at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is going to be from a fan favorite movie. Not my favorite, that's for sure. But this is going to be the Myers from Halloween H2O, played by Chris Durand. Look, a buddy of mine has, I think, a whole fucking video about how much he hates Chris Durand. You guys have heard me mention him before. His name's Jake Blaster. Go check out his YouTube channel if you want to see a big breakdown of why Durand is so bad. He's right for the most part. Durand actually said that, he wanted to play Myers like a big old cat. What? This isn't some ordinary serial killer. This is Michael Myers. I get it. It's, skipping, you're negating movies 4, 5, and 6, but what does a cat have to do with anything? What the hell are you talking about? He's looking down the whole time. The mask fiasco, which I know we're not going to totally talk about the masks yet, but that's god awful. You can see his fucking eyes ridiculously, which is terrible. Not good. Not good at all. His portrayal was very below average at best. At the best, his best moments were below average, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So Durand, you're at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is going to be the Myers from Rob Zombie's remake from 2007. A lot of good things in this movie and a lot of bad things in this movie. The mask was good. Really like the mask. It's in the top, handful of masks in this franchise, which I guess isn't saying too much. Look, Maine is just huge. He's just fucking huge. He's a fucking monster. And I know that's, what he was in these movies. I know what Zombie was getting at. He's just a human, just a fucking hillbilly hick with a terrible childhood human that snapped and is evil now. But everything about Myers, not good. He's just too big, just way too big. He could fucking, I don't know if it was this movie or Rob Zombie's second one, but he fucking lifts up a car. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't really have too much to say about it. I mean, there were certain things, they played the shape Stalks during a lot of scenes, which was good. He was lit pretty well. Zombie knows how to direct a movie. But at the end of the day, once again, just like Rob Zombie's 2, it doesn't really feel like Myers to me. So he is at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is going to be the Myers from Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, played by George P. Wilbur. Oh man, guys. I love Halloween 4. Love it. You'll see my ranking of it, where it lands in a video coming up later. But there's so much shit about Myers that is not good in this movie. The mask is my least favorite in the movie, or in franchise. I know a lot of people say 5. For me, it's 4. I find it distracting. The shoulder pads, he looks all clunky. Looks like a fucking zombie in his movements. Just terrible. However, there are scenes where he's lit extremely well. For instance, right after he kills Kelly Meeker. He also looks badass in the bandages. I wish they would have kept that for most of the movie, and maybe he got the mask at the end of the movie. That would be cool. Not a huge fan of much that Wilbur did, and it wasn't helped by the way he looked with the mask and the shoulder pads. But there were certain moments that I really liked, and that's why he is ranked where he's ranked, ahead of the people I've already talked about. So, Wilbur, age 4, number 7. Coming in at number 6 is going to be the Myers from Halloween Resurrection, played by Brad Loree. Look, guys, we know this is a god-fucking-awful movie. It's terrible, right? No arguments. I assume I'm going to get no arguments on that. Maybe I will. Maybe there's some Resurrection fans. I'm not one of them. But Brad Loree was not bad as Myers. There were certain moments where, especially being in a shitty movie like this, where, it just didn't work. But for the most part, when people are talking about how shitty Resurrection is, not really many people talk about Brad Loree, and that's a credit to his decent performance. He's right in the middle of my list at number 6. He has some good moments. He's lit well in many scenes. The mask is decent besides the eyebrows. I don't mind the mask. And Loree does an admirable job. So that's why he's kind of right in the middle. I don't have tons of good things to say about it, but I don't have tons of negative things to say about it, as I've said with some of these other portrayals. So Loree, you're at number 6. All right, top 5. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the Myers from Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, once again played by George P. Wilbur. Now, let's get this out of the way. He looks fat in this movie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He looks fucking fat. Myers has been eating hot dogs, while he was locked up with the Men in Black. Other than that, though, and one thing I'll mention in a minute, but other than that, I liked Wilbur's performance here. Myers was fucking brutal in this. Halloween 6 has some of the best kills in the franchise. To this day, it does. I thought the mask was really good. I thought Wilbur had some great moments, of stalking, actually, standing across the street when Danny sees him standing there in the lightning, and then, walking across the street, that he looks a little fat, but for the most part, Wilbur did a pretty good job. Obviously, something else I don't like would be the fact that Myers is kind of controlled in this movie, depending on what version you are watching, either by Magic Stones, yes, you heard that right, Magic Stones, or, just, locked up in Smith's Grove again. And I don't like that. So Wilbur does a great job. Halloween 6, great kills, good Myers. So he's at number 5. All right, guys, 4 left. Coming in at number 4 is going to be the Myers from Halloween 2, played by Dick Warlock. Whew, Myers really stepped it up in this movie, going from what he was in the OG to being a lot more brutal. Obviously, times have changed. However, with Dean Cundey still in the seat of the DP, we got a lot of great shots of Myers in the background, lurking in the hospital. The mask is the same mask from the original, even though it looks a little different because, as you know, it was under Deborah Hill's bed, and she was a big smoker. And obviously it fit George Wilbur's face a little bit different than it fit Nick Castle's. But I really, really love the Myers in this movie. Thought Warlock did a good job. My big issue is the same issue that a lot of people have. Very robotic. The 2 scenes that I think of are when he's walking down the stairs and, he's just kind of not even looking down. And then when he crashes or kind of just walks through the glass at the end. They take you out of the movie for a second, but, it's not Warlock's fault. He had no direction. But everything about the way he's lit in this movie is great. The brutality is great. And just like everything about just the way he's stalking in the hospital. I thought it was a great performance, and he's in my top 4. All right, top 3, people. Coming in at number 3 is going to be the Myers from Halloween 2018, played by James Jude Courtney in his first role as Myers. Boy, after all the shit Myers we've had, for a long time, we got James Jude Courtney portraying Michael Myers in 2018. And you could tell he went to school in the Nick Castle Michael Myers Academy. And I know Castle was on set and Castle was actually in a scene. I get that. But James Jude Courtney was fucking awesome in 2018. Especially, his first time playing Myers. The mask was great. There were certain aspects, I didn't like as much. I thought he was kind of lit up, in some orange lighting a little bit too much. There's a scene, I know it's a fan favorite scene where when he puts on the mask and shuts the trunk. I thought it was during the daytime. I don't want to see Myers shutting a trunk. I don't want to see him up close in the daytime. Little nitpick, I know, but that's what we're doing here. We're nitpicking the Myers portrayals. But Courtney did a great job in his initial run here as the Shape. Because of some of the brutality, it was hard for me to believe it was the same character from 40 years earlier. But you could say that about any of the Myers. I thought James Jude Courtney, did an excellent job in his first performance as Myers. And so much that they asked him to come back in Halloween Kills. And as you can tell, I haven't mentioned that performance yet, so we'll get to there. But 2018 Myers comes in at number 3. So if you've done the math, if you've done the process of elimination, there are 2 left. Who is going to be number 1? Is it going to be the OG, or is it going to be the newest one we've seen from Halloween Kills? Coming in second place. Second place, guys. My second favorite Myers portrayal in a Halloween movie is going to be Halloween Kills, played by James Jude Courtney. I wanted to have this number 1, guys. I wanted to, but the more I thought about it, I just couldn't. And it has nothing to do with James Jude Courtney. It has nothing to do with Myers in this. We'll get to Castle in a second. Holy shit. I have some issues with Halloween Kills, as you guys know. Anything involving Michael Myers, I had 0 fucking issues with. I thought he was lit perfectly. I thought James Jude Courtney was fucking awesome. The mask was badass. Myers, his brutality was great. The few scenes that stand out to me are, when he's walking in the woods chasing Lindsay and just kind of standing there hearing him breathing. Just his walk was great. And then, he when he's killing that couple at the beginning of the movie, the couple that lives next to the Strode house, after he, bangs the guy's head down and essentially kills that guy for the most part. The wife is cowering, and he grabs the fluorescent light bulb and kind of smashes it and looks at it like, oh yeah, I can use this, and just stabs her in the neck. Fucking awesome. When he snaps Cameron's neck, awesome. I could go on, guys. James Jude Courtney was awesome in 2018. He was even better in Halloween Kills, in my opinion. So James Jude Courtney in Halloween Kills, you're number 2. Which leaves us to, as probably there's no surprise, the OG Michael Myers from 1978, played by the legendary Nick Castle. What is there to say, guys? It hasn't been said about what Castle does in this movie. Obviously, he's lit amazingly. No movie has ever lit Myers the way the OG was. He's in the background in so many scenes. He's there, and then you look, and he's gone. So many things. He just kind of glides across. The way the mask kind of emerges from the darkness when Laurie's on the stairs. The fact that he keeps coming after Laurie, after she does so much damage to him. Just fucking classic. The sit-up, my God. The sit-up at the end. Just classic. There's a reason that everyone is judged according to what Nick Castle did, because Nick Castle did it amazingly. And I have to keep him at number 1. Courtney in Halloween Ends, it'll be his 3rd movie. He's got a chance. He's got a chance. I never thought I'd say that, but he's got a chance to unseat Castle, but he hasn't done that yet. So that is my ranking of the Myers portrayals. Once again, let me know in the comment section what your favorite is, or your top couple. Appreciate you guys watching. Take care.